Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to our new podcast, our new channel, our new gig. My name is Kyle Ojo, and I have my brother on the line. I'm gonna have him introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm Anthony, Dr. Anthony. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to our show. The name of our podcast is Docs Talk Soccer. So,
Hey,
we hope to bring you this every week where we talk a little bit about soccer from around the world, what's interesting, what's not interesting, give you some tips, share our thoughts. Clearly, as you can see from my co host, he has brought out his red rubbish, is what I call it. Um, so, yeah, can't wait. This is our first one. So, hey, hit us back. Let us know what you think, and let's
all
get started.
right. All right, so full disclaimer, I rep the red, but of course, I mean, I'm unlike my co-host, I'm not biased when it comes to, analyzing soccer. And just disclaimer, we've been watching soccer for over 20 years, so we have a lot of knowledge, despite the fact that we're both medical doctors, so we do this, we enjoy this. We will play FIFA, though I beat him all the time. So we're gonna get this started. All right. So this week we're gonna be focusing mainly on EPL. So my first question to you, Anthony, who do you think is gonna win the league this year? I know we have Arsenal in the mix,
I
Man
100%.
City,
I will
Liverpool.
answer your question. I'll answer your question, but let's start with the breaking news. One of my favorite coaches in the Premier League being sacked 2 days ago. When we were talking about what we were gonna do, just having him be sacked from Nottingham Forest, I think is highly unfair. I think what he did at Nottingham Forest was
Mhm.
incredible.
I
I
agree.
thought he
Mhm.
deserved all the plaudits, but the writing was on the wall, and I think he was right when he came out beginning of the season and said there's smoke whether it's fire. Like obviously the rumors about him being fired were true, and I think it got underneath his skin to see a manager that had taken a club that when he took them were literally in
In
relegation
relegation.
18 months ago to Europe, and you're talking about
Yeah.
a team that I mean, hate to say, I mean they don't have the kind of talent that deserve to be a European
Yeah.
club,
Yeah.
and the season starts, he wins one game, he draws another game, and then he loses one, and you fire him for a
Yeah.
guy who ended up the season last year 17th.
Yeah. Personally, I mean, I don't think he's getting fired because of his record after 3 games. You don't fire someone after 3 games. You know, yeah. I'm just saying. Normally, I think with him, it's kind of personal. I think there's been back and forth with him and the owner, and as a coach, you want quality on the field. If you want me to do a job, give me what I need to do the job that you want me to do. But if you sell one of my best player in Elanga to Newcastle, I mean, I'm like, what did you give me in return? You didn't give me anything in return. So how do you expect me to compete? I guess some of these owners don't want the coach voicing up, their concern of. But hey, I mean, they got a good replacement, Pastor Coglo, whatever his name is.
And
It's a
you think
decent Ange. Ange is an okay replacement. It did an okay job this first year at sports. It did okay. I think he's an
well, look at
okay
the talent
replacement.
he had at Spurs, and I mean we could move on from that. And we can debate this later. I just thought that
Mhm.
when you look at the two coaches, based
Yes.
on one had a riches of talent, which is a Champions League or
Yeah.
at least top six team
True.
in Tottenham, he took him to 17th. A guy who had a relegation team,
and
right?
they and they and they
And
they
they
beat my team in the
outperformed.
final. They beat
I
my
know,
team in the final.
I know, but they outperformed.
They got a trophy.
I know, I know, but they outperformed, and I think that I just thought it was wrong. And obviously, there's so many questions about being a minority coach in the English Premier League, which is few and far between in coaching, and to see him just be disposed of after 3 games, I'm looking at. Have you seen Graham Potter? He's been allowed to dig a hole with 3 shovels, and he's just allowed to just sit there comfortably. He's not even on the clock. But anyway, we digress. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna chit chat about what's going on.
Yeah, also,
Who
of
do I
course.
think is gonna win the Premier League this year? I think it's Liverpool's to lose. I think it's Liverpool's to lose is how I look at it. I think they have made an incredible commitment to building a dynasty and saying we're going all in, like pushing in all your chips. I think Isak is just
And icing
phenomenal
on the
for
cake.
them. Yeah, and I think that Gahey would have just been just ridiculous just to add to that. But hey, they're a well-funded team, well-schooled team. They have a great coach. Last year they really got lucky. They didn't have a lot of injuries, and we'll see how they will adapt this year. But yeah, I think it's theirs to lose. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like what you said. That is theirs to lose, because like I just piggyback from what you said from the last time. Injuries is part of the game. Like right now, they're struggling with their right back. Frimpong is injured. Now they're using one of the midfielders, in position in right back position. So that's kind of challenging for them. If which I doubt they can, get away from having a lot of injuries. Of course, because the offense is strong, but the defense is still shaky though. That defense is shaky. Of course, if you take, of course, Van Dijk's are going
Van
to be
Dijk,
Van
yeah.
Dijk. But I
If
mean,
he gets hurt,
Canote is not is a suspect. I mean, he always makes mental errors. But of course, the offense. Of course, I was talking with someone this morning. So Liverpool have not even started firing yet. And they already have 3 wins, looking good. Now they have Isak on top of that.
yeah,
I mean,
Isak is solid.
if you're a defense, who are you going to double team? You can't double team
Yes,
Isak. Oh, I mean,
you can't play an
and
open
leave
game.
Salah. Ekitike is then the minute to finish. So they have a good team. Even the midfield is all stacked too. So I agree with you. Is there to lose?
I don't think there's a team in the Premier League that can honestly play an open game with them.
Yeah,
They can say, let's
I
go up
agree.
and down.
I
I
agree.
think you go up and down the field with them at your peril.
I agree. I agree.
They're just too good. And as long as you have Van Dijk and Allison back there, I'll take my
Yeah.
chances.
Yeah.
But if you want to play an open game with them, you're gonna
Yeah.
lose 9 out of 10
Yeah,
times, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I mean, to agree with what you said about even Arsenal as well stacked up Arsenal is.
came
Arsenal
across
could
the
never
bus.
play an
Beep,
open game with
beep,
him. Arsenal
beep,
play
beep,
defense with
beep,
him.
beep, beep.
Um,
That's the bus. They parked it and said, you know what? Let's try to get out of here with the point.
yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Anyway, all right.
Um,
So quickly though, I mean, we're gonna run through. I mean, part of what we're gonna do, we're just gonna run through the features for the coming week to see. I mean, who
okay,
who
wait,
is
wait,
the
wait, wait.
genie?
Okay, wait, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna skip ahead real quick, quick, quick. We talked about
Yeah.
who's gonna win. Who do we think is gonna get relegated? Any early contenders? Anybody that you think should already be looking at the championship next year and making hotel plans?
Well, I mean, well, it's too early to tell because all these small team I mean, of course, they're going to be multiple coach firing at
Yes, that's so true.
but bottom of the table. So, but I mean, I don't see Leeds making it. I think Leeds are going to go back. I mean, maybe West Ham, might go back. Who knows?
I mean, I
Wolves.
think they'll get rid of. Yeah, I think they'll get. I would think they'll get rid of. What's his name? Graham Potter before they
Yeah,
let
but he won his last game though. He won his
Yeah,
last game. He won his last game 4-0. He beat
yeah.
Nottingham Forest
Yeah, yeah. That's
3-0.
true.
Yeah, 3-0. Beat Nottingham Forest. So personally,
So we think Leeds. We think Leeds.
Leeds,
What do we think?
Wolves.
Burnley.
Ah, man, Burnley. That's what I'm saying. You're probably gonna fire their coach, bring
Yeah,
in
no,
somebody.
no, all of them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think if we looked at last year, every single one of the teams that got relegated, they had fired their coach at some point because it's so much pressure to stay up that the owners are going to pull every lever towards the end. So we don't really know, but I'll definitely say some early contenders are Wolves and Leeds and what looks like could be West Ham or I don't know. But out of all the teams that have come up so far, I've been very surprised with Sunderland. They spent over 100 million
yes.
and they've done really
Sunderland
well.
has been surprising. It's a very balanced team.
Very
With
nice.
your boy Shaka in the midfield,
My
they're
boy,
doing
but
good.
go ahead. But go ahead. Good play. All right, so we're gonna go over the fixture list
So
coming up this
quickly.
week.
All right.
Quickly,
So the first game of the week, Arsenal Nottingham. Who you got?
I think it's Arsenal. I think they're gonna beat. I think they're gonna beat the brakes off of Nottingham Forest. Actually, no. I think Arsenal wins. I think they win. I don't think Ange gives that team a bounce. I don't think Ange has the kind of talent that is needed for that team to compete the way Ange wants to compete. So I give to Arsenal.
So you know what that when we talked about this couple of days ago before Santos was fired, I had them going toe to toe with Arsenal. I had them, 2-2 like a draw. But right now with the coach being gone, I don't see them having a new coach bound. So I'll give it to Arsenal, three
Okay.
to nothing.
Okay. All right. So
All right.
Arsenal,
So yeah. So now next game, Bournemouth, Brighton.
Bournemouth. I think Areola is a fantastic coach. I think Areola deserves a bigger team. I think he has his team coached well. Hey, um, Brighton's coach, that young Hunderland, I think is his name, another
Mm.
fantastic young coach.
Yep.
See, I
Mhm.
again to digress a bit, I think if Nottingham Forest had picked one of these guys as their managers, that would have made more sense to me. But these are two good young managers. I just think Bournemouth has a little bit more punch than
So
Brighton
if I'm Mariola, why would I leave Bournemouth to go to Nottingham Forest? Why?
because one of them is in Europe.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't know. One of them
Wait,
is in Europe.
but do you think Nottingham went up in Europe this year? No,
No, no, but I mean, if you're looking at the profile of the team, okay, so would if you're Areola, right? Knock on wood, West Ham comes and knocks on your door. Do you take that
not
job?
going. No, why
Whoa,
would I? That's a downgrade for me.
whoa,
That's a
fans,
downgrade for me. Why would I leave Bournemouth to go to Nottingham Forest?
let's get other people to talk about this because I do think West Ham is such a big club, a historic
West
club.
Ham or Bournemouth?
No, no, I'm saying if you're Areola and West Ham
Yes,
comes and says, hey, we just got rid of
Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, would you take the gig?
No. Why would I leave Bournemouth and go to West Ham? Why?
Because West
Please,
Ham is a
guys, please
big.
make sure you
Okay.
comment. I will need your comment. So
I totally get it.
it's like you saying Pep Guardiola should leave Man City and go and coach Everton. Why? I mean, do you
I'm
know the
sorry. I disagree. We're just gonna have to disagree. We can move
so
on, but
so
we're gonna
so
be all
so
day.
so 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 Anthony, so you think Bournemouth is a bigger club than West Ham. Or West Ham is a
No,
bigger club than Bournemouth.
absolutely. I think West Ham has way more prestige, way more history. I think the fan base, the stadium, you're in London. I think you get a bigger platform to show your game at West Ham than you would at Bournemouth. That's just my opinion.
So
Yeah.
so so okay. But the thing is though, so who are you going to play with in West Ham that's going to give you the same?
I I
But you still need quality. This is soccer. I mean, it's not just
I
where you
understand.
play; it's who you play with.
I understand. But again, we're gonna disagree. So let's go on to
All
the
right.
next one. Crystal
Okay, all right.
Palace, Sunderland.
So my pick,
Sorry.
I pick Bournemouth. I don't. I mean, you said something at which you're going to mention that like Brighton has one of the oldest players in the league. You have
James
like
Milner.
Miller, still
Milner.
almost 50,
And
40
Danny
years old,
Welbeck.
still playing.
Danny
That
Welbeck has been
Welbeck
in the
still
league.
starting for that team. Old team. So I give it to Bournemouth.
All right.
Newcastle Wolves, easy.
That's not the next one. The next one is Crystal Palace, Sunderland.
Okay, Chris Sunderland. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm going with Sunderland. I think I'm going with Sunderland. I think Crystal Palace has done themselves a disservice by selling so much of their talent. I'm going with the
They
underdog.
only
I think
sold one. They only sold Eze. And
I
after they sold Eze, they won their game last week.
hey,
Easily without Eze, bro.
hey,
They beat Chris Aston Villa 3-0 without Eze.
hey, you can line up who you want to line up. I wouldn't be surprised if Sunderland gets some points here. I think Crystal Palace is going to drop points. I might be
Drop
totally
one.
wrong. Let's talk next week.
So Joe, drop one. Are you saying Sunderland will be Crystal Palace at home? There's no way, bro.
I think it's going to be a draw. I'll go with a draw.
No. Crystal Palace beat Sunderland easy.
Okay.
3-0.
Okay.
I don't see them scoring. It's gonna be easy win, 3-0.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Next one. Aston Villa versus Everton. That's going to be a good game
It's
because
gonna be 2-2. It's a
Aston
tie,
Villa's got to
2-2.
do something. Aston Villa needs a response, otherwise their season
Yes.
is looking really
But
bad.
I don't see them beating everything though.
I'm sorry. I love Unai Emery. I think Unai Emery is a fantastic coach. I wish one day he would coach my club. But I Aston Villa. I see Aston Villa pulling one out.
Okay, I pick a draw. Next.
All right. These two Fulham leads.
Ugh. Fulham
Yeah.
or dead.
Yeah, that's the one that you're like, I don't even see.
Fulham or
Okay,
dead.
Fulham. Fulham better win. If Leeds come clean,
Oh no, no,
2-0.
there's no way because this is the problem with Leeds. Leeds think they could play an open game in EPL. Then
Do you
that's
think
the
Fulham has
problem.
enough talent to stay in the Premier League this year?
Fulham,
Do you think they have enough talent? Well,
Fulham stays top 10.
they just signed that Nigerian kid too from AC Milan,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah,
wing.
yeah.
So
Samuel Uche or something like that.
yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I mean
every time I see Amanda Torre, that big dude with
that.
baby oil on, I just think it's just every
But
team that uses
but
him
this
up
is
front.
it comes from the bench though. The
I
dude that
know,
can now finish is all like
man, cannot
speed,
finish,
no break,
cannot
cannot
finish,
finish. But the other
cannot
thing is though,
cannot
when it
finish,
was that
cannot even make that pass, that
bro,
nice pass that you're like,
when it was at Wolves, this guy played almost 30 games with I think one goal with no assist. No
yeah,
assist.
no,
I'm
I
like,
mean. So, but he just keeps getting passed around. Just keeps
yeah,
getting passed
yeah,
around from team to team. All
yeah,
right, next big one, Newcastle Wolves. I think I'm
easy.
100% Newcastle. Newcastle handles
Newcastle
Wolves. I see
4-0
Wolves. I see Wolves as a contender to go down. I
down.
think they'll
Yep,
fire their manager soon,
yep.
and and wonder what happened, and everybody's gonna be like, "You do this every 2 years." Okay, West Ham Spurs. There you go. I think Graham Potter gets back to where he. Well, I think Graham Potter gets back to regular schedule programming and gets his ass whooped.
They're playing at
I
home
think he's a
though.
horrible manager. I think Tottenham has way too much. I think Tottenham to me is going to be a top 16. If they are not a top 16,
Top
I think it's
six,
a
top six.
disappointing. I think
So
it's a
Thomas
disappointing
Frank
team.
is a very good coach.
A good coach. Okay, what do you think?
So I mean,
West Ham
the
Spurs.
2-0
Okay, all right.
Tottenham,
Next one. Brentford Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-2 tie game.
Ooh, ooh.
Brentford is at home. Brentford is at home, and Chelsea do not play well away from Stamford Bridge. I see a 2-2 game.
I see Chelsea. I think Chelsea has too much firepower. I see Chelsea winning the game by
Oh,
one.
wait,
I just do.
who's
I
the
just do.
firepower?
I just
Their
do.
best player,
I see.
Cole Palmer is injured.
I
It's not
understand
bad
that.
for this game.
I understand. I just think that Chelsea have two different dressing rooms full of talent. I mean, they have to be. They take two buses full of players to the game.
We'll
So
see. We'll
yeah,
see.
we'll see.
You're picking Chelsea. Okay. All
I
right.
think Chelsea. All
Next
right,
one.
Sunday, Burnley, Liverpool. I think. Yeah, this should. Burnley have a very good defense, and if they really hold the line, can they counterattack them? Um,
Yeah.
I don't think Burnley have enough speed that can finish because I saw Burnley play. Didn't Burnley play Liverpool? And who did Burnley play last week? The guy
Oh,
Anthony
tell mind
decides.
you, United, my team.
Oh man, they played so
Yeah.
well, and then that guy
Yeah.
Anthony decides to just have a
Foul.
brain
Yeah.
fart and just grab the guy, and you're like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I don't think they can repeat that kind of hold the line against Liverpool. Liverpool are too good. Liverpool just smash them. All right,
I think Liverpool wins, but it's not going to be a blowout. Because I
Burnley do have a
see
very good defense.
because the thing is though they play so well with low block, so I think it's my probably going to be hard for Liverpool to break them down. I
First
see
half.
Liverpool score like 65th minute and maybe score another one like 80 some minutes. I see like a two goal grinding out. Isaac's not going to play. He's not going to play on Sunday for sure.
Why? Why?
I don't think
I no,
so.
no, no, 100%. I think comes off the bench. He played yesterday or 2 days ago for Sweden.
But
He
I
said
mean,
he trained today.
I don't think he has ever practiced with his
Yeah,
teammate
yeah, I saw
yet.
him today. No, I saw him today. I saw him today. I saw pictures of him today practicing. I
Practicing
saw him
with his
with
teammate.
his teammates. Yeah, yeah. And he
Okay,
played. He played like a half. Well, and I mean,
it's not.
it's
I
funny.
mean, I
You
don't
know,
think
it'd be
it
a perfect.
starts
You know, it'd be a perfect. No, no way. No, you don't. You don't even take a risk of him starting. You bring him on in the 60th
on the
minute,
bench.
have the
Yeah.
crowd go crazy, do one, two, three moves, scores the winning goal. All is well
Uh,
in Anfield. All right.
question for you.
Okay.
Question for you before we go to the last one. How do you think Liverpool line up with Isak? Let's say they're going to start Isak. How do you think they should line up?
I think what they do with those two, with Isak and Ekatike, is they just have them floating, whether they're allowed to go back and forth and let them just kind of get on the field and figure out themselves. I don't think their manager is that drilled in like Pep. You need to be here, you need to be there. I think he's gonna see the beauty of the fluidity. It's what's gonna leave people so afraid to not double team the left side, which is gonna be Mo Salah. I
Mhm.
think just it's almost like we're Yankee fans. It's like murderers row. Like who do you go after? I mean, you're talking about from two, three, four, five. I mean, when the Yankees used to be the Yankees, then they had, from two all the way down there, like that lineup. You have three guys coming at you. It's probably the best front line in football right
Yeah,
now, in
yeah.
my
So
opinion,
so
as far as
so
quality.
so so you're gonna bench Gatpo and put in Isak, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, maybe you drop him into the midfield and grab where Gravenbach is right now, and you just have him sit back. I mean, against a team like Burnley, who are not going to do
You're going to
anything.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, why not? I prefer Gakpo in the field over Gravenbach in that situation, and you just have McAllister or somebody covering. I mean, where are they gonna go? I mean, Van Dijk is pretty much back there with
Yeah.
Allison, the two of them, and they're like, yeah, we can handle the four of them coming. This
Yeah.
is, you know what I mean? But yeah, all right.
Well, personally, because Ekitike, he played for France and he played on the right, on the left. So I could put Ekitike on the left, put Isak in the
Isak,
middle, and put, of course, leave
yeah, Simon.
Salah on the right.
Yeah, but he
You
can
know,
play either one,
yeah,
and Ekitike, they both like to cut in, so I can see them just like playing off of each other. One switches out and goes to the left. It's going to be a problem for teams all year. It's going to be a
yeah.
problem for
It's gonna be a
every
problem for
right back.
defense. Oh
Every
my
right
God.
back and center back is going to be like, we got and Isak is tall, which is another issue for them on set
Yeah,
pieces.
Isak is
He's
tall.
fantastic.
Ekitike is tall.
Exactly. With Van Dijk back there for set pieces, it's going to be a lot of, a lot of set piece goals. All right, last game of the weekend,
Last
uh, Man
game,
City
number.
versus Man United. The noisy neighbors. To be honest with you, I don't think Manchester City. And full disclosure, I'm a Manchester City fan. I'm not wearing the Manchester City colors because I'm in protest. I'm in mourning. But
Can you say that
I
one
don't.
more time? You are in protest and mourning. What are you
And in
talking
mourning.
about?
I'm in protest and in mourning. That's for another podcast. That's for another
Okay.
episode. I don't think Manchester City have fixed their back line enough for me to confidently say they can win. And I think a Derby has all of those things. Mamouche just got hurt, so Mamouche is now out for God knows how long with his knee. Shirky's out. I don't know. I mean, United have all the firepower. Your front three, United should be a very good front three. Is this the game where they all start clicking? I mean, is this the game where Sheshko
Don't
starts clicking?
forget, Cunha is injured too. Cunha is
Oh
hurt
yeah, that's
too.
right.
So
Cunha's
we have
injured.
Cunha.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. I just think it's going to be one of those very boring, very very boring. I might be dead wrong, but I think it's going to be one of those very boring derbies. I think there's not. I don't know.
Okay.
Nothing about nothing. I mean, what do you think? And I'll talk to
Well,
you.
well, I mean, I think I kind of disagree with you.
Okay.
In support of what you, me too. I'm in protest. If not because I'm on live TV, I want to take this shirt off because I don't think Ruben Hammering is a good coach. I
You
think
think?
that game on
I've never heard
Sunday
that
is
before.
going to outclassed and outcoach by Pep. Pep will use my daughter's high school soccer team to beat this United team because the
Whoa.
fundamental of football,
Shots fired.
Ruben Amorim does not understand that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
this man is stuck with three in the back. You want to play three up front. You only have two people in the midfield, and one of those two midfielders is is Bruno Fernandez that likes to move around. So guess what? You're left with a 500-year-old man in the person of Casemiro in
I
the
think.
midfield.
Yeah.
In the midfield. So
Yeah.
so I mean that's why United struggled so much last year and they continue to struggle again because the man does not understand the concept of football. Your strength of your football is your midfield, which is depleting from. You stuck and playing three in the back, three wing backs. You can't spread the field. That's gone. People
Yeah.
play narrow these days. So I think Man City beats United 3-0
Whoa.
Sunday. Yes,
Big one. Hey, it'll be
yes.
good. What do you think? How do you think Donnarumma does? By the way,
Oh my
could it be
God.
his debut? Do you
Oh yeah,
debut
he's
him
he's,
over
he's
Saka?
playing Sunday.
Okay. So you
He,
so you
he,
think you tell him right away, like, hey, you just got your, you don't even have your visa to England yet. You get it Saturday
True.
morning. You're like,
Yes,
dude, you're starting. Don't
yes,
even worry about it. You're starting
he's
over Trafford.
Of course, after you guys have lost two games, Pep is coming up, is making a statement. It's pulling Aruma in
Child,
again.
please.
I mean, if you have to launch one of the best goalkeeper in the world, which the best time to do it is against a struggling offense like
I
United.
disagree. I disagree. What I think they should do is go with Trafford
Oh
on Thursday.
no.
On when? Wait. On Thursday night. On Thursday the 18th, Manchester City plays Napoli. Napoli's an Italian club. Donnarumma knows them. They know Donnarumma. Donnarumma used to be in Italy. I think that's a good game to get him warmed up because the following week, I mean the following Sunday is Arsenal. I wouldn't want to throw him against in a derby, a lot of emotions. I don't want to mess with his confidence. I'll let Trafford take it and then bring him Champions League and then get him ready for Arsenal. That's just my
Sir,
opinion.
so you think Donnarumma it will be under pressure? He's playing in the final. What
I understand
pressure?
he's a big. I understand he's a
What
big game.
pressure? Is
I
is
understand
is
he's a
is
big game guy. I
Italy's
might be
is
wrong.
Italy's shot stopper? There's no pressure. Nah, you see, you will see. I'm. I mean, we'll see. We're coming in next week, and we'll see. I'm telling you, Pep starts on Aroma on Sunday against because the thing is though. I mean, United can score. I mean, which game you need to get his adrenaline pumping, get him
He's been
ready.
there. I mean,
It's
they've been
that
there.
game. You
The
don't
first
want to go
first game of the
introduce him
season.
against Arsenal,
The first
because
no
Arsenal is going
no,
to come at you.
but that's what I'm saying. You introduce him on Thursday against you introduce
Napoli.
him on Thursday against Napoli. I think Napoli's an Italian club. It's an Italian side. He knows that. He knows the pace of that game. I just think that would make more sense. But hey, I'm not Pep Joseph Guardiola, so
We'll see. All right. So quickly, so we're done. So we're done with with Fisher. So any news, any transfers, any injuries, notable injuries?
I mean, I think obviously Mamouche getting injured really just was just topped off a fantastic day yesterday. Watching him get injured, like you got to be kidding me. He goes to play for Egypt and he comes back on crutches. They don't even know how long he's going to be out. Um,
Arches.
yeah, come back on crutches. But again, I mean, it could be worse. Look at PSG. They've lost Dembele
Yeah.
for 6 weeks, and it's one of his.
It's
It's a muscular injury again for him, and you're
yeah.
just like, just when you felt like the guy's career was trying to get back on track, and PSG warned him not to play. I
Mhm.
mean, and that's
To
what's going to
warn
make.
them not to play him. Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much. And but he's grown. He can say, "Look, come on, I can't take this chance." I mean, they were playing Iceland, and they're playing somebody else. Like, come on, do you really need Dembele? So they lost Barcola and him in that
Yeah.
game. So who else got injured? Those are the main ones that I saw from this past week. But for you guys, you don't have your favorite coach,
Oh,
Onana.
oh,
Onana
he's
is out.
gone. Oh, no,
Yeah,
Nana is gone.
he
Thank
doubled his
God.
pay. He doubled his paycheck, which is very interesting
Where
because
did
they
he
said
go? He went to Turkey. Where did he go?
yeah, Traz something like that in Turkey. But what's very interesting about it is at the beginning of the off season for you guys, they said Amarin got pissed at your Onana because Onana came and asked for compensation that was commensurate with him being a starting um, goalie for Man
Goalie.
U,
Mhm.
and they were like, absolutely not. So to imagine that a Turkish team could double his salary, it's kind of scary to imagine what he was getting paid, and wonder if he was just like, I don't really care. I need to get out of here anyway. But I mean, a
Yeah.
Turkish club is doubling your salary. What were you guys paying him? Like,
I mean,
what were you paying him?
I think it was making decent, like what 120. You
I don't think
know.
you guys were paying him 120 for a Turkish club to pay him 200. No way. You guys were doing the Arsenal where you had him on like a pay as you go weekly, pick up your check. You guys must have been paying him as you go. But yeah, yeah. Any other topics on your mind?
I mean, wait a minute. I mean, I was right, bro. I am Google, bro. Onana makes 120,000 a week.
So you're saying
Decent salary- That's a
so you're
decent
saying he
salary
was
for a
making
goalie.
yeah, that's the same amount pretty much I think what our goalie was making Ederson before he left
Yeah.
as well to go to
I
Turkey.
mean,
But
come
okay.
on.
But yeah, I guess I
Anyway,
mean if you're making 120,000 and you're asking for more money after the shit show you put together last year, I'm
we
sure
get last
the
year,
coach is gonna be like,
but
were you here last year to see what you were doing?
well, I mean, I guess it feels okay. I'm the number one goalie for United. I guess
For
I should be
Manchester
making
United,
some
which
some kind of
is
money. But again, like I always say, this is a result oriented sport. you don't bring in results, you don't get paid, you don't get sponsors. It's just the way the cookie
The way it is.
crumbles. All
Fair.
right, so anything else? This might
No,
be
that's
it
it.
for us.
That's it. We'll be
All
back
right,
next week. All right, we'll
we'll,
see. We'll
we'll be
we'll
back
go
next
over.
week.
We'll spend the first part of the chat going over how right I was on most of my picks and how
Okay,
maybe I was wrong on some of them.
or how wrong you are and how right I am. All
All
right,
right.
everyone.
Thanks, man. This is Doc's talking soccer. We're out. Thanks.
Bye.